first one of the characteristics of the teachers of God talks about development of trust. And in there, it kind of sets out stages of this journey if you've made this decision. He talks about that you reach a point where you will have mighty companions join you or assist you and guide you, and that is, from the angelic realms, but also from the human realms. And Michael was really one of those. He was a mighty companion. Absolutely, such a, one of the mightiest companions. I mean, he was the closest thing to enlightened that I've known so far in my life. And I just feel incredibly grateful, to have had that. He's been an amazing guide and teacher, but not because he was actually teaching me things, but just by observing how he lived his life. And I really, one of the most attractive things about him was that he got on with people, he got on with everyone. There was no distinction of and I've made such great connections with so many of you through him. And that's just such a blessing as well. It's just an enormous blessing. So I'm just have enormous gratitude for Michael. I just feel so grateful. There is nothing between that kind of even taints that gratitude. I just feel pure gratitude, and to me that's an amazing feeling to have that towards another person. Just to feel this, that's the only feeling I have is gratitude. And I guess gratitude is a form of love. It's another way of talking about love. And and likewise, you're all my mighty companions too. I realize I've had just such love coming towards me, and at the same time, every time I receive love, it's just the same I give in return. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate your love so much and your connection. It's really amazing. It's been an amazing experience so far. And if it wasn't for Michael, I wouldn't be having this amazing experience with you. It's incredible. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you for the sharing. So I'm aware that we don't know who we're connecting with. Okay. I will come. Yes, I will come in a second. So I'm aware that we have the people online who have joined us, and that we have said we would sing "Take, oh, Take Me as I Am." So if you could, Fabien, if you could lead that, I will help the tech people connect with the people in Spain, okay? So, yes, it's on. Sorry for this hassle. We're trying to connect to the people in Spain. So let me see. Alex, if you can pin them so we can see. Jean-Luc and the other pilgrims in the crematorium. There they are. Welcome. Salut, Jean-Luc.
Hello, my friend.
Can you maybe show everyone into the screen for a second so we can say hello to the pilgrims? Hello.
We have Philly here.
Hello, my name is Veerle.
I'm Vela.
Lovely young pilgrim from Netherlands who's been helping a lot for this bit hard time. And we have Louisa
Hi, I'm Louisa.
Hi, Luisa.
from the community and Beth from UK, who's been a great help also for all this time.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Beth. I'm just aware of connecting. Oops, I'm shaking. I'm just aware of connecting for the first time with the people who are close to Michael when he passed away. So let's just hold this for a second. And I've been up on the screen with Alex to see how many, many, many other people from all over the world are online. Can you maybe show the gallery so we can recognize the people of our community? I need the paper. Let me just get the paper. Are you okay? So what we've been singing here, I'm just letting the people in Spain know. We've been singing here since 9 o'clock and we've had a bit of a sharing. So what we want to do is open the space for you in Spain, Jean-Luc and the other pilgrims, that you can have the space to share what you've experienced and what you want to present to us. So can I just hand over to you, Jean-Luc?
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Fatima. So, is there anyone who wants to start saying something about? Or start in my Okay. So please forgive my I wrote a little text this night. I'm not sure I'll be really able to reread what is on this paper, but well, here we go. Michael will forever be mainly 5 things for me. First of all, he has been my first best friend. We met in high school when we were 15. Michael and I shared the same wanting to question authority, to chat girls, drink beers, party, in summary, to make life a bit more interesting, a bit more messy and funny than it was in Geneva. Geneva having a very serious place. We were in a class where people were very good at school. I was very bad. Michael was, of course, like we all know him, already very good, but didn't care about to be good. He just wanted to have fun. So this is the first thing I will remember from Michael as being my first friend from high school, and 50 years later, still a friend. Second thing, Michael brought me, it's our common spiritual quest. A quest we have started together around 2012, 2012. I believe that has had a profound impact on both of us, and it's leaps on more bounds. I'm not going to go into too much details for that, but it has brought Michael to Feenhorn and me to some other places and some other discoveries. But thirdly, Michael represents a lot of laughter around the French comedy. This comedy is called the Père Noël est une ordure, which basically means Father Christmas is a scrum bag. It's a comedy, Michael, what came out on the screen 40 years ago, and every day on the Camino, and every day since I know Michael, we joke about the dialogues of this comedy. And during this incredible walk, we've been laughing a lot around that. So for the one who don't know these comedies, please look up YouTube and spend some good time. Michael will be there because he knows absolutely all the dialogue. Now, the four things I'd like to share with you is the walks in nature I've been doing with Michael. And those walks start also around 2012, while he was still living in Geneva. We were both passing through a difficult time, and our quest has started. So we've been doing every day for a year walks in parks and cemeteries, because I've got the good fortune to have a wonderful cemetery around my building. So that's where we go to see our friends, the dead, as we were calling them. Now, with the passing of the years, those walks have broken up to the Camino de Compostela. For strange and weird reason, each from our side, we were being thinking about to do some other type of questioning, and with the Camino, the quest and the walks got together some years ago. So we have been doing this first Camino in May this year, and it has been a wonderful experience. It was a Camino from Portugal. Michael suffered a lot from his feet, fragile chap. But during these last 6 months, he's been training a lot. He went to walk a lot and bought some new shoes and some new stuff. He was so ready during this Camino that he was far better than I was. Also, I consider myself to be a good walker. He was far better, and it's been like a rocket on the path. I'm not reading anymore because I'm just lost in the middle of those lines. But so I will jump to the things that Michael brought me. I had good fortune to know Michael so when we were 15. And when I say the good fortune, it's really a good fortune because Michael is this incredible mind. I haven't met any other person as bright as Michael. And I'm met him when I was 15. So although he was younger than I was, 2 years younger, he has been a candle for me, a master and an example. So this is a massive gift for me. And it's a big paradox too. Considering that for Michael, the utmost realization is to hear the silence, to be with the presence of this moment. This is what really love is. To be consciously in this knowingness, in this nowness, without going too much to the mind. So we got on one side, we got this incredible mind who've been using this ability to reflect, to let it go, and to let it go easily. He was always saying, que sera, sera, what will be, will be. And just forget about it. You just want to enjoy every bit of what life is unfolding in every instant for each of us. Michael, thank you to have been my friend. Thank you so much. And one last thing. If there is one person on the Camino who didn't need to do the Camino, as some of my friends around here told me, was him, because he was already at peace. He has found his peace of mind a long time ago. And you could see that on the Camino, how easily people would come to him and share things to him. It's true that with his beard, he looks like a bit like a priest. People would easily go to look at this big man with very British accent, would look at them and he would laugh or say some joke, or even give some advice if it was a request. People would just were very attracted by him. Well, last thing I would say, also it was so easy being so well on the path of the Camino, because it looks like very much like a Finhorn, a big family. And the Camino de Compostela is kind of a big family. During this difficult moment, so many people have been around us to help us, to pray, to bring their love. Even all those we didn't see, we never met. And that makes Mike feeling this type of vibes, feeling that he was home on the Camino as much as he would be in Finhorn. Okay, this is, I'm going to stop here. This is non-ending.
Thank you, Jean-Luc. I just want to say, I'm going to come back to you in Spain in a minute. I just want to welcome Michael's brother, James, who's in Geneva and who has just joined online. Alex, if you could maybe bring him up on the screen. Jean-Luc, where in Spain are you?
We are on the Camino Frances. We went back on a city called Ponteferrada. It's 2/3 to the direction of Santiago, starting from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port on the Pyrenees.
Thank you. So, Michael, we just send you a very warm welcome. Can we see you, Michael? Oh, James, sorry. Oh, see, Michael's
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We don't see your picture if you, your video seems to be off.
I'm not quite sure how to turn that on, so it's... I'm not sure how to turn on the video, so
Oh,
thank you very much. I'd like to just thank everybody for what you've done, and especially to Jean-Luc for all his help. I've known Jean-Luc, of course, for a long time as well, almost as long as my brother, since we met at school in Geneva. And he's been extremely helpful over the last 2 days. And I'd like to thank all of you as well for this gathering, so to speak. I don't really have anything more to say. I've spoken to other members of the family. I've spoken to Yuka, who you also know. I've spoken to Anya. And, well, things que sera, sera, as Jean-Luc said. So thank you very much.
thank you, James. Thank you. And I'd like to give back to Jean-Luc, so in the space of the crematorium, you can continue with your sharing.
Thank you. Someone wants to?
Okay. Um, um, I never spoke to Michael about Rumi the poet, but I thought this poem was a beautiful thing to read. When I die, when my coffin is being taken out, you must never think I am missing this world. Don't shed any tears, don't lament or feel sorry. I'm not falling into a monster's abyss. When you see my corpse is being carried, don't cry for my leaving. I'm not leaving, I'm arriving at eternal love. When you leave me in the grave, don't say goodbye. Remember, a grave is only a curtain for the paradise behind. You'll only see me descending into a grave. Now watch me rise. How can there be an end when the sun sets or the moon goes down? It looks like the end. It seems like a sunset, but in reality, it is a dawn. When the grave locks you up, that is when your soul is freed. Have you ever seen a seed fall into earth, not rise with a new life? Why should you doubt the rise of a seed named human? Have you ever seen a bucket lowered into a well, coming back empty? Why lament for a soul when it can come back like Joseph from the well? When for the last time you close your mouth, your words and soul will belong to the world of no place, no time.
Come on.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, yeah. So I was looking forward having Michael as a very dear friend. It's funny because I've never had very deep conversations with him, and we have been saying to each other a few times, let's have a moment together. And he said he was always very trusting. Yes, it will come. And nevertheless, I felt so connected and so very loved. And he's so very dear to me. And I wrote him a poem that is in Dutch because I cannot express myself properly in English. And so here it comes. Michael. Vier vrij en vrolijk het pad. Sla je armen om me heen, kus de lucht en wees het licht. Geborgen in de schoonheid, gedragen door de mensen die jou liefdevol omringen. Zwevend vrij, omhullend geaard, nuchter en warm. Me laven in jouw vanzelfsprekende vriendschap, opborrelende lach en twinkeling in de ogen van de herkenning van een vriend.
We're starting to learn to do big hugs, thanks to our teacher Michael, who was the master of that.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to take one word. So can you consider that those truly young ladies just push me in order to come to help? To come to help, someone who's twice their age, and they've been incredibly helpful and kind. I don't know what would happen if they were not here. So thank you very much, my friends. Very much. I think from my side, that's what we can share for now.
Thank you so much from all of us here. It feels really, really holding and connecting and reassuring to have heard and experienced you who have been with Michael at the end. One of you has asked for the song Mon âme se repose. So let's go to that. Fabienne, could you lead us into that?
Oh, Sasha?
Yes? Oui, vas-y.
Sorry, before we start up, if I remember correctly, we made a mistake in the sense that I think there is someone, at least one person online who'd like to share something. Peter Vickers wanted to say a couple of words, so either maybe after the singing or maybe now.
Could you give us the name so Alex can find him, and then we'll create a sharing space after this song?
Yes. So it's Peter Vickers.
Say again, Peter?
Vicker.
Peter, I understood Vicker. Yeah, you got him. Alex has got him. So we will do the song Mon âme se repose, and then Alex is going to bring up Peter.
Thank you.
Mon âme se repose en paix sur Dieu seul, de lui vient mon salut. Oui, sur Dieu seul, mon âme se repose en paix. Which means, in God alone my soul can find rest and peace. In God my peace and joy. Only in God my soul can find its rest and peace.
Which page?
32. In prison. Mon âme se repose en paix sur Dieu seul. De lui vient mon salut. Oui, sur Dieu seul, mon âme se repose.
Alex, can you bring up Peter?
Hello, I'm Peter John Vickers, um, a friend of Michael since my teenage years. In fact, Jean-Luc speaks about the high school. We were at Collège Calvin. I see there's also Dawn here with us. James, of course, his brother. We were in class together at high school in Geneva many years ago. We've remained friends over the years. And in more recent years, of course, our friendship had Findhorn in common, because I was also in Findhorn in 2012. I spent a month in Findhorn, so I know the Findhorn community very well and have very fond memories of my time there. Michael discovered Findhorn after that time, more recently, but we talked and we shared many things about our experiences at Findhorn, and even people that we knew in common, and that was an incredible bond. Of course, you know, going from our teenage years through to our older years. Obviously, we're the same age, and yes, it's incredible the many stories that connect us, even going back to our parents, and it's, I mean, it's just almost too much to just think of all the many connections that we have. We'd spoken on Monday. We had exchanged messages on Monday. He'd sent me pictures. We talked about the Camino. I live in Rome, so I also live in a spiritual place, in fact, and so we talked about the possibility of, you know, us meeting on the Camino, or of him coming to Rome. We had so many plans and ideas of, you know, adventures we could share, and also obviously talking about the many things we had shared in the past. I suppose I'm comforted by my faith, and I'm comforted by my belief that Michael is in a good place right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much. So we would like to do we would like to do one other song and then create space for people here in the hall, and maybe more of you online, to share a few words. And I just want to give a bit of time awareness. I don't know how many people will want to share, but yeah.
There is Dawn McNeil who'd like to say some words. So maybe if you can find out Dawn.
Dawn, there we've got Dawn McNeil.
Yeah.
On the top of our screen. Okay, so let's do this one song and then we open the space for sharing. Okay. Yes, let's do a Spanish one. Let's do El alma que anda en amor. Number 2 1 to 2.
El alma que anda en amor, ni piensa ni se piensa. It means the soul filled by love neither finds others nor grows tired. El alma que anda en amor, ni cansa ni se cansa.
Thank you. So we're opening a space for some sharing, and let's start with Dawn, who was online, and then pass in some kind of free flow. Let's see what happens. Dawn.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Well, as Jean-Luc, I've known Mike since we were teenagers. We both met him at the same time. And Mike and I had a relationship which lasted 10 years. So we lived together. He lived with my family. I knew all his family. And I'm doing this spontaneously. I haven't prepared anything. But I'd like to share a few little things that we had together, including one of the last dinners that I had with Jean-Luc, Mike, a friend of ours, and myself. And we were having this discussion about their lives and where they were at. And we got onto meditation. And so I think Jean-Luc shared with us the way he meditated. And then I sort of turned to Mike and said, "How about you, Mike?" And he said, "Oh, no, I don't need to meditate. I'm in a permanent state of meditation." So that's just to show who Mike was, what Mike was like, what I remember of Mike. He was a mainstay in my life, and I'm going to be said terribly, really terribly. And we've grown closer recently because having been together for 10 years, then his life went on, my life went on. And then we've become very close again. In fact, he came to stay with me after his last Camino in May. And he came to stay with me after that. And we were together and had a lot of discussions. He then went on to Taize after leaving me. And I know that then he told me about Anya and that he missed her and he wanted to get back to Scotland instead of coming back via Geneva, because he wanted to go back to Scotland and get together with Anya again. So I reached out to Anya. And and after this Camino, he was going to come and stay with me again. And Anya was going to come and join him. So I was so looking forward to that. I was looking forward to spending time with Mike, because he was such an inspiring man, such a beautiful person, such a lovely, lovely, lovely man. And a mainstay in my life. I mean, he's been in my life since almost forever, since I was about 15. So, and I'm 60 now, just by the way. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And thank you, Beth, for that beautiful poem. I'm sure that's true, and I know that's true. And Peter and I spoke yesterday, exchanged messages yesterday, and we both know that he's in a beautiful place, in a wonderful place, and whoever he's with is so lucky to have him. So, so lucky to have him. And I know he's by our sides, and I love him forever. Thank you, all of you, for being such a great friend to Mike. Thank you. And thank you, Jean-Luc. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for your share.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I see Gabi first. So.
Thank you. And thank you for organizing that, Sasha and Indra. I think it's very appropriate. Michael and I have been friends since both of us came here. We came about at the same time. And for me, I was thinking, this is the first time that one of my generation, my Fintuan generation, not my age generation, but my Fintuan generation goes. And that's significant for me as well. Yeah, Michael and I shared a lot. I taught him his first tango steps. And we danced. And I always thought he was like a clear glass of water. Dancing with him was just easy. Like everything was easy with Mike. Michael was easy on people, and I'm not. So it was always very interesting to see how is that for somebody being easy on people. We talked a lot about that. And I never knew Michael in all those years in the depth of his past. I don't know about his parents a lot. I have fantasies about Michael. He was the person who probably spoke the poshest English I've ever heard. And we shared a fancy for classic cars. I'm thinking of getting one, and I looked forward to having him in it. I sent him a picture. It was my last contact with him. No, I won't, but I will think of him when and if ever I get that car. I'll take him with me on the first trip, that's for sure. And Anya said about enlightenment. For me, Michael was the only non-dual person I knew. We talked a lot about non-duality on walks, and he was the only non-dual person. That it didn't matter, there was no either or. Michael always held both. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabi. Cynthia.
I want to share with our community how important was the presence of Michael in the last reopening of Cluny. Michael and I, since he came in here, I believe back 13, 14th, I don't know. We came together because I was always working in the kitchen. And so he did, and he came to Park Kitchen many times to join me to learn. But we got very closer in the reopening of Cluny. And without him, I won't make it, we won't make it. He was pivotal in everything. And to create such a team that I managed to create, resilient, strong, was a super hard work in that hybrid us we were becoming. And most that people that work for me knows, no, I fight for, we will not lose no one, I'm gonna save everybody. And he was with me on that, and without his input, his advices, and his grounding, it would be impossible. And the last angel of Cluny Kitchen, he got himself. Many of us were sick. We organized the Christmas celebration there. That was so one thing for us all to have this moment there. So I had in the park in Cluny himself and Stuart, that I just say, guys, you know what to do. And I asked him, can you walk the spiral and take the angel for us? I had the angel, I've lost now. I don't know if my friends know, if they remember, but he got our last angel and he walked the last time the spiral for our community kitchen. And I want to express, like, for us, for our community, my gratitude for that all, because I did have a great time. I think most of us that have been in the last version of Cluny, it was not easy, but was healing as well. Was healing, was beautiful, was profound, was transformative. And he brought that out. He was not easing into people, he was easing into life and have this capacity to ground us all down. And yeah, and that's what I want to share.
Thank you, Cynthia. My last contact with Michael was just a few days ago, maybe a little bit less than a week. And I did what I shouldn't have done. I was driving and I was recording a voice message just saying, the park's not the same without you. Look forward to when you're coming back and hearing your stories. And the message I got back was a big, I like to hear that the park's not the same without me. And it won't be the same without Michael. I too have a lot of gratitude. Thank you.
Like many of us, I love Michael. He's such a gentleman, a beautiful soul, and I love singing with him. But not many people know that he had a last project on the Camino he connected with my friend Samantha in New York. He had such a deep love for Cluny. He set up a plan to buy Cluny and run it with Samantha. And I learned that yesterday. I didn't know anything about that. It's just amazing. It's full of project, and I know that he would have got it off the ground, because he was a sort of person who could make things happen wherever he was. So I really love the guy very much. He was speaking French a lot because he loved speaking French with me and having fun and jokes. Beautiful car. I love his car. And just a gentleman, really a real gentleman. Thank you, Michael, for all that you brought to our community.
Thank you, Fabien. So there's someone online who we would like to bring up.
Hello.
Hello, Mina. Welcome.
Hello. I can only say a few words. Michael has been in my life. Michael has been in my life since I was 15. And he has been the kindest adult to me. And even after he left the US and went back to Finhorn and started his Caminos, he has always maintained contact with me, and it's so nice to hear how he maintains that contact with everybody. And I just love him, and I just wanted to share, and I don't think I can say much more.
Thank you, Mina. Many, many blessings to you. Big hug. Miriam.
For me, the park does feel different without Michael, but I didn't know him very well. So I just wanted to say a few words for those of us who were touched by him, but never really got to speak to him that much, always meant to. And that he was such a big, gentle heart on legs, and he was a gift. Thanks.
I remember Michael not so much to talk to, but through two recreational and celebratory activities, singing and dancing. So his participation in Taize has been mentioned many times, but I'd like to thank him for his rock-solid bass voice. I mean, there are three people I think of in this community who have that gift: Ian Turnbull, Chris Debian, and Michael. And when one or more of them is amongst the basses, they carry us. They carry us. And as someone who never sung before coming to Findhorn, I was always very grateful to be sitting next to him. It made all the difference. And the other thing I remember him for, probably even more so, is through dance. So on Sunday nights, we have a session of dance in this space. It can be open floor, can be 5 rhythms, can be ecstatic. And Michael came often to that. And he had this unique dancing style. While everyone else was cavorting and twirling and moving, running some of us around the whole floor, Michael would stand rock solid in one place. He'd just stand like this, and his feet would barely move, and his body would move a little bit. But for the whole of the 40 minutes or so, he never moved from that spot. It was like a flickering candle. And I'll never forget him for that.
The photo as well. I didn't know Michael very well, but I mainly through soul singing with Indira. He was a steady member. And I'm so glad I followed an intuitive flash a few months ago, just like after one of the Krishna songs. I just looked at Michael straight across the room, pointed my finger and said, I want to have a coffee with you. And it was so like, I couldn't have stopped it if I'd tried to. And we met up and had a lovely meeting. And I encourage anyone who have these intuitive flashes, even though it seems a bit odd, to carry on with it. I love this photo of Michael. What I picked up with him is his quirky sense of humor, and this photo which Indira posted of him sitting presumably on the Camino Way next to a statue, and he's sort of posing with the statue, and I thought that was very quirky Michael. Rest his soul and God love him.
Thank you, Manda. Yes, thank you. I was just going to say one more sharing, so we'll have Del, and then I have a time awareness, so I would then like to offer a song, sing a song together, Bless the Lord. Maybe Fabien can do that, and then it will be the time. Jean-Luc, what did you decide about the coffin, about being with Michael for a moment? Is that going to be possible, or is the coffin going to be closed?
We'd rather keep the coffin closed.
Can we show them what we on the coffin?
Yeah. So maybe just one thing. Just let me close that. Right. We have a couple of objects on the coffin.
Try to give you a better view, but we're not sure.
Do you want to present the objects?
Do you want to explain and look at the camera if you can?
All right. So here we have, in the middle, we have his shell in front of the picture and his shoes. And all the way in the back is only one of his sticks, because the other one is brought by a cyclist to Santiago. And on the cross, there's a cross on the coffin. There are 4 chestnuts there were a lot of chestnuts in the area where he passed away, to have this natural element there.
Thank you.
And it looks like we have the same photo here that's on the coffin. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, we have the same picture. That is nice. That is very beautiful. Thank you. I love the idea that cyclists are taking his stick to Santiago.
We think they're arriving today.
Can you repeat that?
We think that the cyclist will be arriving today. I'm not sure if that is. No.
Yeah, it will arrive today, and then we'll proceed to Finisterre, where we were supposed to go with Michael. So it's a cyclist who starts from the northern of Norway, 146 days ago, and going down to the south of Spain. He's one of the person we had the good fortune to meet while this event happened, and he very lovely proposed to bring something to Santiago for Michael. So we give him this pole. There is also another thing. We'll go to Santiago. Michael's how do you call that?
Credential.
Credential, the way you get the stamps when you arrive in the place. We'll go to Santiago with that. And I think, yes, that's it for now.
Thank you, Jean-Luc. I'm going to hand the mic to Indira.
Just very briefly, I wanted to say the afternoon, the evening that Michael died, I went online. I was looking for more information. I felt confused and helpless, and all the grief, of course, too. And I found am I holding this wrong? Sorry. I went onto the Camino de Santiago forum and found something that somebody had written about who I assumed was Michael, and then I added something, and there's just been an outpouring of love online around Michael. People who are walking the Camino right now. Some have met him, some were there, and some are just in that forum and have walked the Camino and are strangers. But it's just a very beautiful bridging experience to have experienced Michael's experience on the Camino through that connection. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with everyone here, because I also said that I would. That, you know, I just wanted you all to know that many people around the world are connecting with Michael.
Thank you, Indira. So we've got one more share from Del, and then we will go to Bless the Lord.
I was prompted to speak by what you said, Miriam. I meant to. And Michael sent a message about a week ago to say he'd reached the part in the Camino where I had started. And I replied and said, "Oh, I'll," and then he said he'll be walking in my footsteps from then on, which was very sweet. And I replied and said, "Oh, well, I'll think of the highlights and send them to, you know, the places that I thought were really beautiful." And I meant to, and I didn't. And I think that's something that I can take from Michael, is that he tended relationships, he nurtured them, and he paid attention to them. I think that was one of his absolute strengths, is he took the time to contact and remain in touch and nurture. And I think that's something I want to take on from him, instead of saying I meant to. So blessings on you, Anya.
Aho again. That's our teaching from Michael. Bless the Lord.
Number 5 in the Praise the book, bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life. Bless the Lord, my soul, and bless God's holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, who leads me into life.
So I'm aware we're coming to the end of our time together. This is where I have no idea how to complete. No part of me wants to complete. Yeah, Fabian just reminded me of a wee logistic. We have a little basket here. We've organized the hall, and Alex is tech person, so we need to cover some costs. If you feel up to giving a donation, that would be very much appreciated. Yes, let's form a circle. I see that you are forming a circle as well. Thank you, Ned. And maybe we can bring up the gallery view to see everyone. And here from the hall, we want to thank everyone for having come. And we want to just bless Michael. So the circle here is forming, and as we do the circle, can someone help me start deep piece of the running wave to you? Oh, there could be Noyana. Noyana? Noyana. Change of last song. If you could switch off this mic and we'll do Noyana.
from the Zulu tradition. Green mic. Okay, so we will finish with Nuyana, which is from the Zulu tradition, and it says, one day we will all meet in heaven, and most of us know it, so we will just sing it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you. Thank you to all you online. I have seen so many faces. It's good that you're connecting. Thank you for being together, and thank you for saying farewell to Michael. And bless you, Michael. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Merci, Jean-Luc. Lots of love to you. Can we face the camera? Can we just all face the camera and say thank you? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be.
Sasha? Sasha?
Directly, not via the phone, not via.
Sasha, can you hear us?
Jean-Luc,
Yes,
Sasha's
there you go.
calling you now. Can you hear me? Jean-Luc?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Sasha's going to call you.
Thank you.
There we are, I've got you.
I didn't understand if we could all go I'm not entirely sure. We'll close the curtain now. Yes.